the signing of the Washington Accord for Peace and Prosperity between the governments of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, marking an important diplomatic milestone. Kenya maintains that international initiatives, including the Washington and Doha processes, must reinforce and remain aligned with a consolidated African-led framework to support sustainable outcomes. In Sudan, Kenya remains deeply concerned by the ongoing conflict and its grave humanitarian consequences. There cannot be any military solution, in my very honest opinion, to that conflict. An inclusive process, a civilian-led intervention that brings parties on board, in my opinion, is the only viable path forward. I have had a candid conversation with friends across the continent, with friends across the globe. I have brought up this issue with President Trump. I have brought up this issue with President Macron. I have brought up this issue with the new Chancellor of Germany. My minister here has been to the UK. We have had many engagements. It is still my and Kenya's concern that the situation in Sudan is grave. It is very serious. And global attention must be focused in Sudan, because what is going on in Sudan is completely inhuman. And the international community must do whatever it takes to make sure that we take charge of that situation. Kenya, we will play our role. We have offered a place for dialogue here in Nairobi. We have offered corridors of humanitarian support where it is needed. We have serviced Sudan in the past from Lokichogio Airport here in Turkana. I have made all that available to the international community, and we will play our part in making sure that we deal with the situation in Sudan. In South Sudan, Kenya reiterates its call to all parties to fully honor their commitments under the revitalized peace agreement. I did speak last evening with President Salva Kiir, and hopefully we will be able to have a meeting later this week or early next week, because the Tumaini initiative that was, in my opinion, a viable pathway towards resolving the issue in South Sudan was sabotaged by political interests. Sudan has finally come back to say maybe we should relook at it again, and I am very open to working with South Sudan in making sure that Kenya supports the peace efforts in that sister country, and we look forward to working with the Troika and all the other partners that are involved in South Sudan. I know there is a feeling by colleagues and partners that everybody is concerned about South Sudan, except you know who. In Somalia, Kenya continues to encourage constructive dialogue between the federal government and the federal member states as the foundation for national cohesion and effective governance. We underscore the importance of predictable financing and a conditions-based transition in the Africa Union support and stabilization mission to safeguard hard-won gains that may go to waste if we do not manage the transition properly. Beyond our immediate region, Kenya continues to contribute responsibly to global peace and security As lead nation in the multinational security support mission in Haiti, we stand in solidarity with the Haitian people and their quest for the restoration of security, order, and the rule of law. We are now focused on a coordinated and orderly transition of that mission to the gang suppression force, supported by adequate international financing, strengthened command structures, and a United Nations support office, measures essential to consolidate progress and prevent relapse into instability. A lot has been achieved, not as much as we would have wanted, but there is progress that had been achieved that needs to be safeguarded, and then whatever needs to be done should be done. In 2025, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya played an active and constructive role in global efforts to reform development financing, strengthen peace operations, and advance sustainable